Welcome to Matt Bayeski YouTube channel. Welcome to the Pure Energy Healing Academy. Today we're going to talk about one of the most beautiful crystals in the world, which is connected to three beautiful crystals. So basically it's a pendant with three crystals on. Many people already have this crystal and work with it daily. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that and people's experiences. Also going to explain one of the reasons why I think it's probably the most powerful crystal at this moment in time. In fact, at one point, I used to believe Moldavite was the most powerful crystal in the world other than ourselves. But now I've come to understand that one of the other crystals on this pendant is now the most powerful crystal in the world right now. I think at this moment in time, energetic frequencies, which are dark, destructive, and very, very dangerous, is something that we need to be aware of. So Moldavite is a beautiful crystal to raise our frequency, to help us move to different places within the space, so help us, if you believe in this, astral travel, and also connect with the extra-dimensional, extraterrestrial, and all of those things that are beyond our sight and understanding. So Moldavite has this great unique energy of helping us attune to really high frequency and different experience. And that's all good and well because we need to see, we need to feel, we need to understand. But right now, as a world going a little bit mad, things are really, really back to front, inside out, the wrong way around. When you realize that, that's true. That's true. That's also true. That's right. You tell it. Okay, she's done. You have to let her have her say. So, as you can see, this was created by myself as a prototype because I was wearing three of the most beautiful crystals in the world and they worked in tandem. They worked so well together that one day I decided to create all three of them together. So there they are. I'm going to kind of show you them and explain what I mean by why I feel this is the most powerful crystal right now. So at the top you can see you've got the Herkimer Diamond. Herkimer Diamond helps you see far more clearly. It's the only crystal that I believe helps in so many ways any crystal that it's touching or near. So it's an amplifier to any other crystal. So that's one specific beautiful frequency with this crystal, and don't confuse it for any other Herkimer Diamond which is dug and mined in the world, like India and other places now are talking about this is a Herkimer Diamond. No, Herkimer Diamond can only be mined in one place, which is in America, and that's New York. So this particular beautiful crystal holds a frequency of being able to awaken, aware, becoming more visual in the sense of I see things that I didn't see before. So it's fabulous for now because there's so many lies and deceptions that are going on at this moment. So many cheats, hustles, anything to try and buy likes, get you onto their channel, make you believe what they're saying. Look, you need something to help you become more aware of what's going on. So when you wear Herkimer Diamond, your spiritual energy, your awareness, your pineal gland, third eye, whatever you want to call it, all of your senses become heightened to bullshit and lies and manipulations and help you see things that you didn't see before. So twofold energy in this crystal, fabulous. And the fact that it's amplifying a Moldavite and amplifying the energy of like a Tektite is incredible. So this is why when I wore them as a healer, these three was always around my neck, always. And if I ever took the Herkimer Diamond off, I could feel it's not the same. It's still brilliant. Healing sessions are still great, getting great results. But as soon as you put the Herkimer on, it's like really, really powerful. So this is what I believe is the most powerful crystal in the world right now. And this is the only crystal in the world that I have come across, and I work with thousands of crystals. It's the only crystal that I could see basically being a vacuum cleaner to negative energy. So after a healing session, or even in between a healing session, there's always residue of blocks, traumas, issues that release. So as that releases, it normally goes into the atmosphere and just dissipates when it goes out into Mother Earth fresh air. When it's stagnant in a room, it will stick to the walls. But as a healer, when you're watching this happening, you can see this energy, this residue of heavy, thick, dark, and not very nice move. But what I found fascinating is whenever I had a piece, a nice big piece, next to a client or on a client, like these, I had one of these on the stomach, or one of them on their forehead, something like that. You could literally see, if you just take your time and look from a distance and see, you could see the energy moving slowly like a white powder, just gently then going in. And it's more of a grey powder, but it kind of looks like a mist, and it was being sucked into the tektite. So that was fascinating. I always remember the time when I saw it first. I actually lifted the crystal up because I was so fascinated. Like, is the energy going back into the client? So I moved the tektite, and the energy then moved from the heart and went, instead of going into the stomach, it went further down and it followed the tektite. So that's when I realized tektite is the crystal absorbing negative energy. Now, fast forward about 10 years, and the amount of people, in fact, this morning I saw somebody with a piece of tektite around their neck at Centro Idea, and I smiled, and it was a lovely big chunk like this, and I thought, good for you. And looking back over these 10 years, the amount of people that are in the public eye, whether they are actors, actresses, singers, dancers, whether they work in the public eye and they're doing big talks around the world. I used to say to my clients when they asked me what crystal's good for me right now, I used to say back then tektite, because if you're working with bad energies around you, if there's always issues and problems and people, too many people, you need to have your balance, and too many frequencies can cause an issue. Well, it worked for them, and a lot of people used to come back to me 2 or 3 or 4 years later saying, still got it, still around my neck, still here. I have one around my neck now. This is how long it is, because it touches my belly button. Okay, this is where I wear it here. My belly button's here, so it's here, roughly about there. So I have one normally around my neck down there, and then I have what we're talking about now here. So the tektite now is the most powerful crystal in the world, because with all the, whether you believe this or not, but with all the spraying that's happening constantly, with all the 5G, with all the negative energy that is given off people who are not in a good place, sick, unwell, angry, bitter, all of the people who are lost in fear, this is not the kind of earth that you want to be walking around in and being in contact with people, because I have a lot of respect for energy. I have a lot of respect for people. So you've got to keep your frequency high. And if people have a negative energy, you don't want to be absorbing their negative energy. And when you wear tektite, it's almost like, you could call it a protection crystal, because when that energy is entering into your energy, the tektite absorbs that negative energy. So it makes sense. That's why this crystal now has become probably one of the most sought after crystals in the world. And many people are trying to create their own, which is a great idea. Many people like to have them separate, and so many people like to have them as one. So I only said a few months ago that one of my clients said, "Ooh, they're a lot of money, your crystals," and they're not cheap. There are some on the website now which are about 120, 130, which is very, very cheap. Normally they're anywhere between 200 and 300 euros because of the content of Moldavite, Herkimer diamond, the tektite, which is the highest, in my opinion, grade of Tektite, and they're beautiful. You don't need to touch these. They're just perfect. You can get Tektite which are dirty, messy. These are perfect pieces. These are all chosen pieces. They're called cherry-picked. I have cherry-picked every one of these pieces, guaranteed. The Moldavite is direct from the Czech Republic and from Maliklum. These are the highest level of energy. Now, from there, they get mounted. So I first start working on the Tektite, then I'll work on the Moldavite, then I'll work on the Herkimer Diamond. I'll put them together in a box, I'll ship them off, they'll get sent back, and they're all mounted. Then I work on them again for about 1 to 3 hours. They've already had between 10 and 20, 30 hours work on them before they left as a singular crystal. So now they have energy of a healer who's meditating and working on certain frequencies. So they come to you and you don't need to do anything with them. They're already charged to the highest level. There's a lot of love, and everybody who touches these crystals are of high frequency. High frequency. So you're guaranteed that you've got a perfect, and you'll see a lot of box openings of the Moldavite trio, which is this, of many people around the world, or they'll do short videos, famous people, singers, dancers, actors, and they'll show you, they'll do the box opening, and if you watch, it'll send shivers up them, and that is a good sign. It means that they can feel the frequency, they can connect, and they're bonded with that crystal straight away. This crystal is one of the most powerful crystals, not only because it absorbs negative energy, not only because it's an amplifier to the crystal it's next to, but also it's a crystal of Moldavite. Moldavite is such an unusual crystal of high frequency. There are so many stories I have with Moldavite of how it's changed people's lives. As long as you don't listen to the nonsense on YouTube of the people saying it's dangerous, if you clear that nonsense out of your mind and just work with it, you'll find that miracles happen, healing happens, the awakening happens, new understandings, the magic and the mysticism of Moldavite just changes your frequency. And yeah, you can feel overwhelmed. Yes, you can feel weird. You can feel the Moldavite flush, they call it, and so many other things. But it's awakening the energy of you. It's now starting to lift that veil. It's starting to awaken. That flame is starting to grow within you. So it's an incredible crystal, and it's an incredible pendant, and I wholly believe it's going to be one of the most sought after pendants in the world, because of the three that come together as one to be the perfect pendant to help protect, cleanse, clear in so many ways of traumas, negative energies. It will then heighten your energy to greater frequency vibration, which ultimately protects and takes care of you and helps you along your journey. I have worn these three crystals for 2 decades, and it's been the crystal that I always go to. In fact, all these three crystals were so profound in healing that it only made sense to put them together and create one. The amount of true stories that I've shared with you over these 5 or 6 or 7 years on here with regards to Moldavite, that alone should give you great understanding of the power of Moldavite. The fact that I've shared Tektites with you and how incredible they are for healing dense, heavy, nasty energies should make you realize how powerful it is. And the amount of videos that I've done on the original Herkimer Diamond from New York, Ace of Minds, that is a powerful crystal that I believe many shamans, these Native Americans, used to use on their tools as shamanic tools. All of these three crystals play a role in your well-being and happiness and joy, and they are the best-selling crystal with the best, without a doubt, with the most amazing messages that after wearing it how it changed their life and how they feel amazing and how so many people wear it all the time and never take it off. Well, that's like me being a healer, never taking them off every day for 15 years. So that's my truth. I love them. I want to share that with you and say that there is a few on the website for around about 100 and 120, which is not normal. So I hope you appreciate that. Most of the Moldavite Herkimer Tektites are normally anywhere between 200 and 300 euros because of the price it costs for the crystals and to make them, to ship them off, and then to bring them back again, and everything else that's involved, which is free delivery. So I hope you appreciate them. There's some on the website now. I'm going to upload these beauties right now, and I hope there's enough on the website for you to enjoy and scan and let the crystal choose you. So thank you with all my heart for all the years that you've supported me and you've loved your Moldavite trio. If you have a little story, if you have any thoughts, any feelings on your trio, if you've had any experiences, or if anything just changed the way you felt or healed, would you please put it down under this video? That gives confidence to other people to see that this guy isn't talking BS, that he's talking the truth from being a healer who's worked on thousands of clients with crystals and has made his own pendant with the 3 most powerful crystals in the world. I hope you appreciate today. Take care. I sound like a politician. Anyway, thanks Lily. She was great then. She stopped barking and she's lying down and she's happy. Thanks very much, guys. Have a great day, and I hope you love your Moldavite trio. Take care.